If you jealous of the fiends, like why you always on the phone for?
Oh, there's a left hook. Down goes Paul.
6, 7, 8, 9. Mamma mia! The date is February 3rd, 2018. A Saturday night marked with hype as KSI and Joe Weller take on the stage in the Copper Box Arena, one of the first YouTube influencer major boxing events ever. Now, obviously, as you know, KSI won in the third round by technical knockout, but this set the stage. What made history was what KSI said at the end.
Any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, I don't care. Bring it. Sam, yo.
That's right. KSI calling out the Paul brothers, setting the stage for what would be one of the craziest ways internet beef and drama would be handled. On August of 2018, Logan Paul and KSI would go on the ring and make history, with Jake and Deji also being the co-hosts of the event. Now, following the events of August the 25th's fight, aka Logan Paul versus KSI 1, it was a tie. So, because of that, they had to make a rematch, which happened about a year and some later, approximately on November the 9th, 2019, on a Saturday. Hosted by DAZN, this fight featured many fighters on the card, anticipating the hype for what would be known as one of the biggest internet events in internet history. KSI ended up winning. I believe it was by 58 to 56, which just a little bit of minor differences. This set the stage for what would become a long-lasting friendship. Obviously, fast forward 3 years from now, we would get Prime becoming a company and KSI and Logan Paul becoming business partners, as well as hosting a podcast together. But Jake Paul, on the other hand, took boxing much more seriously. And it wasn't just Jake Paul. It was a lot of internet influencers that also wanted to jump on the hype and the scene, with many people such as TikTokers, YouTubers, and even Twitch streamers getting in to, debut their talents on the ring. Jake Paul went on to fight other influencers such as Anderson Gibb in January of 2020, Nate Robinson in November of 2020, Tyron Woodley ended up fighting Mike Tyson in November 2024. Yeah, it's crazy to think that had KSI not make this call out to all the influencers, the Paul brothers, influencer boxing would have changed forever. And this is a fact. This is literally a prime example of the domino effect. Fast forward to next year, approximately 6 or 7 months later, on Saturday, June 12th of 2021, the historical YouTubers versus TikTokers boxing event featuring Tanner Fox, Vinny Hacker, Taylor Holder, Austin McBroom, and Bryce Hall would end up fighting in a big promotional card hosted by KSI on Saturday in Miami, Florida, with YouTubers winning 6-1 and Austin McBroom TKOing Bryce Hall, to which this viral clip of Bryce Hall.
I'm not a boxer. I'm not a fighter. I've never claimed to be a fighter.
I am a fighter.
Would go viral in sort of a funny way. That following year, on May 14, 2022, iDubbbz held a creator clash with some of his friends, including Odd Ones Out, some people from H3, and people on this card. Fought a guy named Dr. Mike. This also promoted more YouTubers and influencers hopping on the boxing scene. Next year, 2023, we got Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury, to which Jake Paul faced his first loss. We also got Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis in October of 2023, which was crazy. We also got KSI versus Tommy Fury. We also got the birth of new promotions such as Misfits, Brandrisk by Aiden Ross, and so much more. 2024, we got a couple of fights, the same old stuff, but what I really like to highlight on was that Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, promoted by Netflix. Servers crashed. Jake Paul won. People are saying it's rigged. And I forgot to mention, Logan Paul did end up fighting Mayweather in a non-professional card. That was also in 2021. Honorable mention, or really what should be included, despite me being an American, is the Spanish fight, La Velada del Año Cuatro, held in Madrid, Spain on Saturday, July 13 of 2024, which is last year from, according to when this video is published. hosted by Twitch streamer Ibai. That stream broke Twitch's concurrent viewers with 6.7 million concurrent viewers, and featured their Spanish influencers fighting and duking it out on their ring, which also shows not only Spain's big community when it comes to streaming, but also their assortment of fighters and their representation in the sport. Jumping on 2025, man, did we get a surprise. So first off, I'm from Nashville, and Brandrisk came to Nashville about 4 times. The first being on Sunday, June 22, 2025. I was there. We got Charleston White versus Island Boys. We had Brandrisk, people that are, you know, crazy on social media, fighting, duking it out on cards. Aiden Ross's Brandrisk happened in my city in Nashville. Also, Misfits happened, you know, last year, 2024, with Vitaly and Modine. And 2023 in my city, Nashville. Misfits, also being the same company, holds fights in Dubai that had the Andrew Tate fight. I'll get into that in a second. So again, this goes back to KSI's statement to Logan Paul and Jake Paul, which caused a domino effect, which caused the creator clash of YouTubers versus TikTokers and other streamers to have their own cards and everything. Without a doubt, you know, this sport has had a significant effect on influencers, and influencers also having a significant effect on boxing. Kind of like a dual, you know, mutualistic. Finally, closing in to December 2025, we had the Misfits, Andrew Tate and Chase Demore, to where Andrew Tate lost, and the memes came from there. And Andrew Tate is a kickboxer. I mean, he's famous since late 2022, where he was giving all those motivational speeches. Yeah, Andrew Tate and Chase Demore made history. That following day, Jake Paul got knocked out by Anthony Joshua, and that was history. You know, after losing to Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, you know, professional boxers that knew what they were doing and, you know, weren't there for the money. But yeah, you know, it's crazy. It's been a crazy, you know, evolution of influencer boxing. I know this video isn't the perfect summary, and it's kind of like my take on it and a little bit of like, you know, just overview. Crazy, you know, the start of KSI calling out the Paul brothers, followed by KSI versus Logan Paul 2. Jake Paul having his crazy career, KSI the same, Logan Paul the same. The creator clash in 2022. Before that, you know, YouTubers versus TikTokers crossover. Jake Paul ending up fighting Mike Tyson in 2024. The rise of other promotions, Brandrisk and Misfits in 2023. And then finally, you know, the crazy Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul, and Andrew Tate and Chase Demore fight happening in December 2025. Which is why it's the perfect time to just remember this and acknowledge it. Last thing I want to say is, as of the recording of the video, unfortunately, Anthony Joshua got involved into a car accident, to which his best buddies and trainers, Latif and Sina, both got involved and tragically passed away. So I like to, you know, send my wishes and prayers upon them. You know, rest in peace. And yeah, it's all honestly important to, you know, just reflect on how, you know, life really is. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.